Hello, my fellow gamers. This is Alex Delinquents here, and welcome to my Let's Play of Alone in the Dark. Yes, the classic 1992 game. The game that was basically the forefather of the survival horror genre. I guess this is like a perfect game to start off October, right? Well, sort of, because, I gotta mention this. I never played the original Alone in the Dark when it came out, or even like years ago. I actually only just played this game a few days ago. Unfortunately, as I was trying to do recordings of this game, I was getting stuck a lot. I was having a lot of difficulties, and there was even a point where I literally thought that I could not progress anymore in the game. Like, I was literally stuck, and I felt that the mistakes I made actually prevented me from continuing. Later on, I realized that that was untrue, but again, I really felt like I couldn't proceed. So, yeah, I was originally, this was actually a Let's Play where I was actually completely blind on this game, but unfortunately not anymore, because after that experience, I kind of felt like I'm going to restart and actually try again, but this time with the knowledge of what to do, and that way I can end up like playing for this game without getting stuck and stuff. And this is not really a game where you really need to be blind on it. It's not like, I know some people might say, oh, but it will remove the scares if you know what you're doing. Well, I can tell you that I never felt a single bit scared of this game, and I can probably explain throughout the game why I didn't find this game scary, but I'm not really like complaining too much, because this is like one of the first survival horror games that came out that like tried this style and everything, so I kind of understand why it wasn't really scary in my point of view, especially when you compare it to survival horror games today. Again, it still is a fun game, and I actually do admit I have enjoyed playing it. But again, like I said, I really felt like my first Let's Play was very sloppy and really didn't really do justice to the Let's Play. So now I'm going to try again. This time, hopefully, with the knowledge that I can get through this game a little bit quicker, but also I can actually just be more open of what I can say and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm basically just mumbling now. So you know what? Without further ado, why don't we just begin playing the classic Alone in the Dark? I'm gonna pick. I think his name is Carnby, Edward Carnby or something.
On my door, a dull brass plate says Private Detective.
Mm-hmm.
The few friends I have call me Carnby. The others call me the Reptile. I don't care to think what my banker
Is it because you
calls me.
dressed in green?
These days, I leave my letters unopened. Bills and threats to send in the receivers just ruin my day.
Well, who would? Well, I'm gonna ask. What day does not get ruined when someone gets a bill? It's like, oh, Bill, this is the best day ever.
When an antique dealer called Gloria Allen contacted me, I slipped into my best shirt, holstered my .38, and got to her shop as fast as I could. I was expecting something sordid. Blackmail, probably.
Probably.
Boy, was I wrong. What I was asked to do was visit a property called Dersetto and find a piano in the loft.
I see.
It was an old piano with secret drawers. The kind people who buy stuff in antique stores go crazy over. The Dersetto house is supposed to be piled high with classy junk. Furniture, books, paintings. It looked like whoever owned Dersetto was about to get cleaned out. I was going to bring up the subject of money when Gloria Allen handed me $150 and a key. I kept myself from grinning at the thought of my banker's surprise. He doesn't like his victims getting away.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, this game's supposed to take place in, like, I think the 1930s or so, maybe even earlier, like maybe the 1800s or so. There's cars in it, so it's probably in the early 30s or maybe in the early 30s, maybe even earlier. I don't know. But the point being said is that it takes place in a time where actually money like that is actually a lot. Not much. It's still a lot of money today, but come on, that's really only enough to convince a child to go into a haunted house. Not enough for a grown man to do it.
I looked over a copy of the police report. The former owner of Derceto, a guy called J. Hartwood, had hanged himself in the loft. The coroner concluded it was a clear-cut case of suicide.
Or was it?
I promised Gloria Allen I'd give the place a look over. My report will be ready in a couple of days. I've been reading up on the history of the old house. It's the kind of place ghosts run away from in terror. Grisly murders, curses, lunacy. Luckily, devil worship makes me smile, so this is my idea of a paid vacation.
He's going to probably eat those words. Alright, let's begin. We're heading out to the place. Okay, a crazy random shot of a frog. Don't know what the point of that was for, but who cares? Yep. Oh, that's a sign that we should not be coming in. We should not go in this house. Carby, don't you see the demon looking up the window? Don't enter the house! Don't enter it! Well, now he's doomed. Yeah, that's not suspicious at all, the door closing on itself. Alright. Okay, got a lot of things. Yep, that's what the graphics looked like back then. They looked a lot more shitty. The 3D models look more shittier than the figures in Minecraft. No disrespect in Minecraft, I'm just saying. Okay, now we're in the game, and before we begin, before I start talking, I gotta quickly run over here while pushing the stool. Okay, hold on. Enter. Push. Okay, now let's run over here. Yeah, if you want to know, some of the controls in this game are a bit awkward. There we go. Okay, I think we're good. We're probably going to hear some crazy noises here and there, but that's all for good. So yeah, the reason why I did those is because, well, in that window a monster pops out, and also there's a trap. Oh, yep, we're probably going to... If you kind of can see, there's a glint of something in the window. Yep, tried to break in, but couldn't because I blocked it. I discovered this a while ago. It turns out that you can, this game does give you some slight choices to make about sometimes you can fight the monsters or you can't, or you don't, which is actually good. That's actually a good sign of a horror game. You're given choices on conserving your ammo and stuff. I'll take that. So yeah, there's like a zombie in the trapdoor, which is probably where the bangings come from, but luckily I blocked it with this chest. And there we go. Now, of course, I could have said now because since I blocked these paths, I was able to save my my ammunition because the gun only has like four bullets. So yeah, I actually saved my rounds. All right. Now, I guess maybe I can quickly do a search thing. Nothing of interest. Anyway, when I first played this game... there we go. Okay, now, I'm going to give a heads up. This game does have a lot of, like, books just lying around and everything. I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm not going to look through them, because this thing has a lot of them, and a lot of them just drag out very, very much. So, you know, and I think a lot of them are just little hints to the puzzles and stuff. Like, a lot of them are just telling different stories. But, to be nice a bit, I'm going to let you guys hear this letter. I think it's a suicide note, so let's listen to it.
They are coming! I have freed hellish forces, and now the price must be paid. Derceto is the prey of evil. The sun has set. They will find my body, but will not have my soul.
They may take our lives, but not our freedom!
Of his slaves. I hear their footsteps. Some may understand what I have done. May God forgive me. Farewell, Jeremy Hartwood.
Yeah, so that was his suicide note. But yeah, there's a bunch of books lying around, but they mostly just tell random stories, and some of them can be really damn long, so I'm not going to bother listening to them or picking them up. So if you guys really wanted to see that, I am sorry. You're just going to have to look at another Let's Play or walkthrough that will go through all those documents. But right now, I'm just going to try to get out of this haunted place. I kind of actually have to say, it's kind of silly that really, like, what was this guy's plan? Go into this haunted house to get a piano. How is it? Was it to get the piano, or was it to get something in the piano? Because the piano, how is he going to get it through? Especially, like, all by himself. Like, get that piano and bring it all the way downstairs and everything. I guess originally he planned to just look at it and just see it for himself before he decided to take it. But, I don't know. It just seems kind of like a big question about what was he really planning to do. Alright. Now, I don't know if there's like a... Oh. I accidentally pressed the, like, one of the random keys on the keyboard. Turns out I pressed the button to turn off sound. I was trying to figure out how to manually save without, but I guess we'll just do this. We're just gonna save here. Now, see, like I said, I had a previous save and I got really stuck, so, but, nope, I'm now restarting the Let's Play, so it's too late now. I can't go back to from the previous Let's Play. But I think it's fine now. Since I now know my way around, I can get through this, so let's see if we can search for here. I'm going to say that the game's controls are kind of a bit not that great. This game uses, like, basically only like 6 buttons. 4 of them being the arrow keys, of course, to move around. Then there's the space bar, and and basically this game's sort of set up like basically olden time adventure games. Like, you know how in old adventure games you had a mouse, and in order for the character to pick up an object or so, you couldn't just click on the object. You had to click on one of the selected icons that says pick up, and then you have to click on pick up and then pick the item. Like, you know, you had like a list of things like saying talk to, open, pick up, store, like, you know, all those options. And in this game, it has something similar to that, only instead of using the mouse to click on an icon like that, you actually press, like, the enter key, and then you click on, like, action, and then you select something. So if I select fight, now when I hold down spacebar, I'm now in a fighting position. And moving my hands will cause me to do these silly fights. Weird kick. But when I change the actions to open and stuff, then I now am doing this weird hugging move. Like I want to hug something, but that means I just want to open something. So yeah, the controls are a little bit weird but I would say they're not that bad for what they are. Now, let's just hurry up. I'm gonna close this door as a safety precaution. Close. Oh yeah, you have to press this and then we'll try to get him to register it. Okay, good. Because we don't want any monsters coming. Now let's use the oil can to fill up that lamp, and then we're gonna throw it. This part I find a little interesting. Yeah, I could just throw some items like that. I find it interesting that, you know, some items, they actually just stay in. You know, when you use an oil can, you don't just instantly, like, the oil can just disappears from your inventory. It's still in your inventory. So anything like that, you have to actually make sure to get rid of, because if you don't, it could fill up your inventory. And you do have limited inventory slots in this game. I don't know exactly the right amount number, but there definitely are limitations. So you gotta make sure to empty out, like, your unnecessary, like, empty items. Okay, nothing there. Alright, now let's, we have to, now here's another thing. When you want to use an item, you don't just simply walk up to an object and then click use. It doesn't open like that. You have to then press the space bar to interact for it to then use the key. Now we'll take this. Now, I'm gonna give you a heads up. This sword is one of the things that made me feel like I was stuck. And I'll explain later on in the game. But yeah, this sword is definitely something that I felt like I was going to get stuck on. Turns out it wasn't, but I'm not going to use this sword. And like, you can use it in battle, but I'm not going to, and I'll explain why later in the game. So that's a heads up. I'm getting rid of the key because, well, I leave the key. Some of the objects you can't even throw; they just like drop to the ground. So what's even the point of the throw button if you have the option to just drop the object? Oh, a zombie. So now I could use the sword, but I'm not going to. And like I said, I'll explain later in the game. So we're just gonna do some weird fight moves. I got hit. I got hit again. I got hit again. Yeah, use the kick. Use the kick. Yeah. I feel like, you know, I wonder how much health I lost because you also have limited supply of health, but, you know, we'll worry about that later. Come on, zombie, die! Die from thy treacherous kick. Die from the treacherous kick. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, and just so you know, when you're fighting, you don't just press spacebar. You're put in a stance, and you need to use the arrow keys to perform the action. By the way, just so you know, that is a... If you try to walk down this hall, you will fall down a pit. So, gonna save. Save. Yeah, one thing I gotta say, another complaint I gotta say about this game is that there's no multiple saves, so if you make a mess up save or something, you're probably gonna be screwed, you know, so definitely gotta be careful. Wait, you know what? I'm gonna do the thing. We're gonna do the thing. Oh, I think I see a zombie coming, so let's close this door. Yeah, don't get him in. Now we're going to select open. Nothing important. Okay. Oh, and I'm going to say the trying to run in this game is a little bit annoying. I actually, in fact, when I tried my first attempt at playing this game, I was literally annoyed that I was like, asking myself, why is there no sprint button? And it turns out there was. It turns out that to sprint, it's not like, you know, in other games where you hold down like the shift key or anything. In this game, you have to double tap on the forward button. And sometimes it works, and other times it just won't. And no, I didn't want to leave the room. Luckily... Oh yeah, and you see the zombie. Don't worry, he won't come through this door because he apparently is smart enough to know that there's a pit. So, now we got a vase. Now this part also kind of annoys me. Oh. I forgot about him, so let's, we're gonna take out the rifle. Come on. Come on. There we go. Come on. Okay, good. Ooh, how much health do I have? Oh, 13, not that bad. Okay. Well, anyway, I found out this about the vase, which is kind of annoying. Here's the thing. You gotta throw it, which apparently just falls to the ground. And inside is a key. But the game doesn't give you any indication that there was a key in there, so... For the most part, you just think it's just a vase, nothing special. But nope, it turns out there was a key in there, and the game doesn't give you any clear indication of where the key is, you know? So, yeah. I actually was stuck a lot during this part of the game, because I didn't realize that you had to throw that vase to break it open. And for some reason there's a bit of a weird slowdown for a moment. Give me a second. Let me see if I can figure out what the issue is. Okay, I think I solved the problem. Sorry about that. So, anyway, let's use the key. Take. We got 2 mirrors. But yeah, I got really stuck with that with the key. I'm sorry about that with the stutter. I didn't know what happened, but let's see if I'll... Okay, now we're in the bathroom, and we need to get this in here. And what's in here? Well, a med kit. Yeah, so this game also had med kits and everything. Now you open up, there's a flask, and now here's the usual thing. We'll drink the flask. Yep. One thing this game doesn't have that games later, like games of today, have is this health bar is actually almost unlimited in a way to put it. It doesn't. You can actually drink as much as you can health as you want to fill it up to like the brim, and you don't really, because apparently there's nothing really that like there's no limitation. So I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it will stop at 100, but I haven't gone to that far to 100 in health, so I can't fully say. But yeah. Okay, now. So if you see here, there's these 2 demon things. There's this demon right here, and there's actually another one right over here. How do we take care of them? Well, we don't attack them because they don't get harmed. It turns out you have to go over here to these statues and put a small mirror on them. They're like Medusas. You actually, in the attic, there's a book that actually tells the story of Medusa and everything. So, yeah, this kind of is a good... So, that was kind of a hint to these things. I got really stuck in this part because, again, if I didn't know about the vase, that I was supposed to break the vase to get the key, I was actually running around in circles trying to figure out what to do. But in the end, I'm able to take care of them, so that's actually at least good. Yay me! So let's do the save, because now they're gone, and let's head downstairs. Okay, that door... Okay, now here's the thing. We're going to move away from the suit of armor. We don't want to get near it because, well, it's... You can kind of guess from a game like this. And we're going to go in here. Open the door. broken. Okay, now you kind of see there's some figure standing there. We're not gonna bother her. Because this thing can't die, but you gotta be careful, so don't get near her too well. Don't, like, interact with her, just walk around her. She'll just mind her own business, and we'll mind ours. I guess we'll take that. I don't know if it's used in the game at all, but you can collect a lot of items, and there's a lot of items that you don't clearly have indication about whether it's important or not, which that's actually kind of good. There's a lot of items in the game that you can grab, and some of them can be used, others you can't, are basically pointless almost. So, don't worry. Okay, I got some ammo for my gun. Now let's go here, move a little fast. I want to try to avoid the night as fast as possible. Just running up against this thing. Okay. Now I think we can enter through here. Let's just see what's behind here. Okay, we're at this hallway. What's in here? I can't get through the door. There we go. Oh, there's nothing important in this. There's just, if you see right there on the fire escape, there's like a journal, and I'm not going to bother getting it because, like I said, I'm not going to read it, and also, it is a long sit. There was like, I don't know, 20 or so, maybe 30 long pages of just dialogue, which was just boring. Okay, we're not going into there yet, into that bathroom yet, and yeah, I know it's bathroom. Anyway, let's use the matches on the lantern, so now we got some light. Okay, so now we're gonna just be quick, because just like everything else, lantern has a limited use, so we're gonna just drop it on the floor, so that way we can quickly explore. Nothing important, okay. Leave it there for now. We're gonna take that, but we're gonna leave that. And then we're gonna just do a quick search here. Take these. We're definitely gonna need those bullets when it comes down to it. Let's take it. And now let's get out of this room. Okay, now let's put the oil lamp away by just simply selecting our actions. There we go. And luckily the oil doesn't continue dying out. Now, yeah, that's a bathroom, but we're not going to go in there because you'll see why soon. But let's go through here. And because this is actually a fun part. I bet most of us wants this sword from this knight, but we can't just simply interact with the sword because, well, you can probably guess the knight probably would attack us. But we got a solution. We throw this very heavy statue at it. Take this, bastard! I'll take your sword. Take it. There we go. Now I got out a new weapon. And this one is going to be very useful. Yeah. So let's hurry and run to the bathroom because there's going to be an item we're going to need. But there's one problem with it, and that's why I wanted to get the sword. Yeah, that thing. It's a jellyfish thing. This thing cannot be killed. You have to stun it. We'll take that. So hold on. Okay, hold on. Now let me just change to my actions. Open search. Take it. And get out of here. Bingo! Did it! Yeah! We're gonna do the moonwalk spin. Moonwalk reverse spin. Moonwalk spin. Moonwalk spin. Yeah! Alright, let's open the first aid. Take that, of course. We're gonna throw this at the thing in the room. Of course, that didn't work. Leave it. And we're going to... what else? Oh yeah, let's drink the flask.
Wow.
Yes, that does feel good, doesn't it? Alright, now I got a ton of health. We'll just drop this here. I'm gonna be walking over this stuff a lot, probably, but we'll hopefully avoid it later down the line. Okay. So now that we got those items, let's quickly head downstairs. now I think we can check this room for a second. Ah, yes, the kitchen is very neat. This is the kitchen, obviously. Yep. Alright, we got a few things to grab. Take. I think there's something in here. Yep. Alright. Well, if you hear that noise, that sounds like some bad news. So, hold on. I think we'll get out the rifle. Yep, you see, there's a zombie coming. Ow. Hey, let me shoot you for a second. Oh, damn it! I can't fire because there's too much of a delay. What? When in doubt... Oh, crap, I didn't save! Okay, hold on. Action. Fight. Fight. There we go! Oh, god damn it! Oh, shit! Don't! It... Slap! 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 Slap out of the way now! I fucked up already! Yeah, there's too much of a delay. I can't. There we go. Back. 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 Oh, God. I'm losing help. Oh, my God. I can't believe I fucked up already. Why? Why? Oh, sword. 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 Use the sword. No, it's too much of a delay. There we go. Oh my god. Oh god, I can't believe I screwed that up. How much? Only 11. Oh fuck. I just lost all my health. Oh god, and I didn't save. So, okay, you know what? Heads up, guys. I'm going to stop here, of course, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to replay where I'm going to reload my last save and try to get all the way back here with all the items I got, but with my health full, and took care of that zombie, because, you know, I definitely don't want to continue this game with only that much health. I don't think there's any other health kits lying around later on. So I kind of just lost all my health when I got the chance. I can't believe that happened. What a screw up. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reload my last save, get through all that crap again. But this time I'm going to take care of that zombie without losing much health. So yeah. I hope you guys are enjoying my Let's Play of Alone in the Dark. Like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next part. See you later, everyone.